वेलकम टू एग्जाम पे चर्चा। आज हमारे पास दो गेस्ट हैं, तनिष शर्मा एंड केशव शर्मा। और पहले हम इनके बारे में जानकारी लेते हैं, बाद में डिस्कस करेंगे 29 जुलाई 2023 का एग्जामिनेशन कैसा था और इनसे पूछेंगे कुछ टिप्स एंड ट्रिक्स। तनिष शर्मा, ओवर टू यू। अपने बारे में कुछ बताएं हमारी ऑडियंस को।
My name is Tanish Sharma and I am from Patti district, Zarandaran. And I recently completed my senior secondary in flying colors. And my aim is to become a chartered accountant. And my hobbies are playing football as well as singing.
Keshav, tell me about yourself.
My name is Keshav Sharma. I have recently completed my senior secondary examinations and I want to pursue my further education in the field of ethical hacking. And I love to play cricket and as well as to do various programs in coding.
All right. So let us go now directly to the examination and talk about the examination. Their examination was held on 29th of July 2023, IELTS academic module, and you are watching Exam Pe Charcha. In case you haven't followed our social media, I request you to follow our YouTube channel. That is the place where you're watching this particular video. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. It's all free. We have this beautiful blog, webers.in/blog, which has got a lot of material. And we have this Instagram handle at webers.in, where you get the latest news about all the international examinations across the world. Tanish, आपकी speaking 10 मिनट की हुई, हमें तीनों parts के बारे में बात कीजिए।
सर, जो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इंट्रोडक्शन थी वो मेरे से उन्होंने आईडी ली और उसके बाद मेरे जो क्वेश्चन थे वो होम टाउन के और बुक्स से रिलेटेड थे। और बाद में क्यू कार्ड मेरे को उन्होंने साइड पे और बाद में जो डिस्कशन थी वो भी बुक्स के रिगार्डिंग।
All right. So you spoke for approximately 2 minutes, the cue card.
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I talk about the masks, you were not wearing a mask, examiner was not wearing a mask, and you had face-to-face speaking. Am I right?
Yes.
And overall level of the speaking, what would you say it was?
It was moderate, sir.
It was a moderate level speaking. Okay. Now over to Keshav Sharma. Keshav, your speaking was for 15 to 16 minutes. So please talk to our audience and explain them what did you get?
So in my speaking, I get the 2 to 3 topics in my introduction part, as there were about 11 to 12 questions. 3 of them were related to my personal details. The rest 3 or 4 were regarding my elementary teacher, and the final questions were related to my favorite sports. And I have got the cue card about describe a new store that has recently been opened in your town. And I spoke till the examiner stopped me. And discussion part was moderate, I think, as there were a cross questioning in that part.
All right. So your speaking was a video speaking, and the examiner was not wearing a mask, and you were not wearing a mask, right?
Yes, sir.
So how would you say the overall speaking was?
So I can say it as easy to moderate.
It was easy to moderate. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So before we go to the next part, your speaking was done how many days before? Tanish, आपकी speaking पहले हुई कि बाद में हुई और कितने दिन पहले?
Sir, 23rd of July को थी मेरी speaking.
23rd को आपकी speaking थी, 29th को आपका exam था, rest of the examination.
Yes, sir.
Keshav, what about you?
So my speaking was on 22nd of July.
22nd of July, so approximately 1 week before.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Were you comfortable with your speaking?
Yes, sir. As there was not any kind of interruption regarding or any connectivity issue in between. So it was good for me.
It was a good thing for you. So let us go to our next part. And our next part is writing. So both of you completed the writing in 50 minutes. So this is what was there in the writing. Tanish, please tell us about task 1.
So the tough one is regarding to the wind energy generation by wind, and it is quite easy, and I completed this in 15 minutes.
Okay, you had done the similar kind in your classes also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Keshav, over to you. What was task 2?
The task 2 was about most countries think that they should have enough food resources for its people, and so that they could import less. To what extent do you agree or disagree? So I will say it as moderate, as the topic was quite unfamiliar to me, but I was able to complete it.
You were able to complete it.
Yes,
And
sir.
the overall writing, according to both of you, was easy to moderate. Am I right, Tanish?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. And the next section is listening. So केशव, पहले दो sections के बारे में आप कुछ बात बताएं हमें.
So part one was related to a theater program which consists of blanks, and it was quite easy for me. And part two was regarding a departmental store. The first part of the conversation was a map, and we have to label the initials of the stores, different kind of stores that they have mentioned. And the second part of the conversation was MCQs. So I think it was also easy.
Tanish, over to you now. Part 3 and Part 4. Please explain it to us.
Sir, part 3 is regarding to the alphabet questions. That is the student in discussion of students in the prefect of Amsterdam, and it is quite moderate. And the part 4 is quite easy because it is regarding to the agriculture practice that is quite beneficial, and it is quite easy.
Okay, so overall listening was easy to moderate. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now Keshav, it's your turn. Tell me, what technique do you use to solve multiple choice questions of listening?
So I prefer to make the points that they have mentioned in the conversation, as I wrote it down in front of the MCQs options, so that if I could left any of the question, then I will be able to conclude the answers at the end of the conversation.
Right. And Tanish, what do you do in the maps?
So firstly, I make the directions.
Yeah.
That is north, south, east, and west, and then listen the audio.
All right. Thank you so much. So let's go to our last part, that is called as reading. So reading was for 60 minutes and both of you completed exactly in time. So now it's Keshav's turn to tell me about part 1.
Yes, part 1 was regarding history of farming, as it was quite easy and it have blanks and yes, no, not given. I completed it within 6 to 7 minutes, so it was quite easy for me.
That's lovely. Tanish, what was part 2?
So the part 2 is going to the history of Roman building materials. That is about the concrete that is used, and the questions are matching information and fill-ups.
Okay, great. And part 3, according to both of you, was Piraha language of Brazil. And it was a moderate section. True, false, not given, multiple choice questions, and summary from the list was the type of questions that was asked. So overall reading, as per you, was moderate. Tanish, am I right with this?
Yes, sir.
What about you, Keshav? What do you say?
Yes, sir.
As per both of you, the overall examination level was of a moderate level. And the masks were not used by the examiner and either by you. Writing, listening, and reading, you had no masks again, right? So
Yes,
this
sir.
gets us to the end of our program. Wishing you both all the best. But before going, I would like you to give our audience last advice on what they should do. Keshav.
So I would say that hard work is necessary for every task that they are performing in their life, whether it is an examination or any other kind of task. So, and also I would say that have a faith and believe in yourself that you will do it definitely.
That's great. What about you, Tanish? What is the advice?
So hard work is quite beneficial, and with this, smart work play a crucial role. And don't be nervous, and always be confident in the exam.
Thank you, both of you. Wishing you all the best for your result. Have a good day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.